When you think of Greenland, what comes to mind? Probably a vast, frozen, kind of empty wasteland, right? Well, what if I told you that this remote island is actually the new epicenter of a global power struggle? Today, we're going to break down why Greenland is the new Arctic prize. And this all really kicked into high gear with just one sentence. Back in January of this year, President Donald Trump came out and said it flatly. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. Now, this wasn't just some off-the-cuff remark, it was a clear signal of a major new priority for his administration. And that really brings us to the core question, doesn't it? Why this massive, ice-covered island? Why now? What's really changed? Okay, so to really get what's happening now, we've got to look back a bit. For decades, Greenland was, well, it was a remote outpost. But today, it's become a global chessboard, and the game is just getting started. You see, U.S. interest in Greenland isn't new at all. During World War II, it was a vital base. In the Cold War, it was a critical early warning post against Soviet missiles. But today, the game is changing, because the ice is literally melting, opening up new, shorter shipping routes that could alter global trade. And you can bet the U.S. isn't the only superpower that's paying attention. China has jumped into the game with its Polar Silk Road policy. They've even started controversially calling themselves a near-Arctic state, which is, a pretty bold claim that signals their long-term ambitions up there. But honestly, shipping lanes are just part of the story. The real prize, the thing everyone is after, lies under the ice. We're talking about a buried treasure of rare earth elements that fuels pretty much all of our modern technology. So what exactly are rare earth elements? Well, they're a group of 17 metals that are absolutely essential for our high-tech world. The device you're watching this on right now, electric cars, wind turbines, the most advanced defense systems, none of it works without them. They are the secret sauce of modern life. And this is where the problem starts for the West. For critical minerals like graphite, China controls the market. In 2024, it produced 79% of the entire world's supply. That's not just a market share, folks. It's a strategic chokehold that Beijing has shown it is more than willing to use. And this is exactly where Greenland comes roaring back into the picture. The island is sitting on an estimated 1.5 million tons of rare earth reserves. That's enough to rank it 8th in the world. And critically, it's home to two of the world's largest known deposits, Kvanefjeld and Tanbreez. It's a potential game changer. So if this massive treasure is just sitting there offering a clear alternative to being so dependent on China, what's the holdup? Why isn't anyone already mining it? Well, it's because getting to that treasure means navigating a brutal Arctic obstacle course. Let's break down exactly why this incredible resource remains buried. The story of two proposed mines, Kvanefjeld and Tanbreez, tells you everything you need to know. The key difference isn't even the rare earths, it's what they're mixed with. Kvanefjeld has high levels of uranium, while Tanbreez doesn't. And because of that one detail, the China-backed Kvanefjeld project is totally blocked by law, while the US-backed Tanbreez project actually has a license to operate. I mean, the Kvanefjeld saga is a perfect case study in political risk. This project was on the verge of getting approved back in 2015. But then, in 2021, a national election, which everyone called the mining election, was fought and won on this one issue, leading to a nationwide ban on uranium mining. Now, the company is suing Greenland's government for a staggering $11.5 billion. And this wasn't just some top-down political decision. It was driven by a powerful grassroots movement with a simple but incredibly effective slogan. Uranium? No. Its leader, an activist named Marianne Paviasen, was even elected to parliament, which just goes to show you how deep the local opposition runs. So you have these massive political hurdles. But even if you could solve those, you face an even bigger problem. Infrastructure. Get this. On an island 3 times the size of Texas, there are just 93 miles of paved roads, total. The logistical challenge is just almost unimaginable. And it goes way beyond roads. Greenland has just 16 small, limited-capacity ports, power generation is sparse and remote, and you have to do all this in a brutal Arctic climate where temperatures can drop below -40 degrees Fahrenheit, on an island where only 20% of the land is even ice-free. It's a complete engineer's nightmare. So the challenges are immense, but the strategic prize is just too big to ignore. This brings us to the proposed path forward for the U.S., which isn't a hostile takeover, but forging a real strategic partnership. The recommended U.S. strategy really has 4 key pillars. First,
ally up with the European Union. Second, build the infrastructure needed to make mining even possible. Third, clarify the rules with stable regulations. And finally, and this is maybe the most important part, engage the local communities.
And the Tanbreez project actually provides the perfect playbook. It earned its social license to operate where Kvanefjeld failed. So how'd they do it? Through deep local studies, transparent public hearings, and a real commitment to hire 90% of its workforce locally. In short, they decided to work with Greenland, not against it. And the stakes for getting this right are incredibly high. As Greenland's own Minister of Business and Mineral Resources has warned, without an influx of investment, Greenland will have to turn to other partners, including China. So yeah, the clock is ticking. Which leaves us with the ultimate question. Is a strategic partnership with Greenland the key to securing the resources that power our entire future? Or, given all the immense political, environmental, and logistical hurdles, is it just a costly Arctic illusion? The answer to that is going to shape the geopolitical landscape for decades to come.